6, turkey sandwich, T minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Oh, come on. 3, 2. I am waiting for my video to show up so I can effectively and thoroughly do the sound check. Every time I come on here, it's something else to deal with. And y'all gonna hear it. Welcome in. My name is LA, pronounced like LA, like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy. I did the light check, I did the sound check, and when I put the camera on, nothing working, nothing looking right. I prepared for this video, and everything is set because I am not trying to get on here unprepared. And when I hit the lights, I'm shining too hard. I was supposed to be on about 15 minutes ago. No, almost a half hour ago, 6 o'clock. I had audio problems. I'm glad I did the dang on sound check. I had to restart the cell phone. I thought I was going to have to restart the computer. Y'all, stuff was turned off that I don't recall turning off for sound and audio and stuff. I figured it out though. I didn't let it run up my pressure. I said I didn't let it run up my pressure. So what I'm going to do right now is make sure, since settings want to come alive on their own and involuntarily set without my permission, I need to make sure that this is set so everybody can see that I'm on here. And the next thing I'm going to do is get the survey up, because my video today is about Jurassic Park. Did y'all know it was going to be another Jurassic Park movie? That's the question. Okay, let me get hands in the air. Let's see. I want to get the survey up. And then I'm going to have to change this lighting because it's tearing me up almost. It's almost beginning to tear me up. It's really bright. So the emoji I'm looking for, how you doing today? I am looking for an emoji so I can express myself in here. I'm setting up a survey in reference to the Jurassic Park, and I'm simply typing in, did you know there's going to be another Jurassic Park movie? Oops. I'm glad you came in. I was like, why is my head so cold? Because I have the fan on. I don't have my cow suit all the way on. That's better. Okay. Hello. Okay. Did you know there is going to be another Jurassic Park? Now, how you spell Jurassic Park? I had my tab open prior so I could spell it correctly. So I need to type it in again. J Urass. It's a sad shame the word Jurassic Park has the A word in it. I'm like, what in the Hades is going on here? Jurassicpark movie. Jurassic something something something. Do you know what that means? Jurassic something something something. Do you know what that means? And let me spell check it because it's underlined as something. And I'm like, I know that's right. No. And I'm not putting a question mark. It's early in the morning. Survey is going up. How you doing today? Goodness. Did you know there's going to be another Jurassic Park movie? So yesterday I was chatting with my son about it. I was like, dude, did you know it's going to be another Jurassic Park movie? And he was like, oh. So I want to know, is that you guys' reaction? Hi, everybody. I want to know your reaction. Did you know there's going to be another installment of Jurassic Park? Is this like the 14th installment or are we on the 17th installment? Yes, and we're going to talk about it today. There was a time when I had all of the Jurassic Park movies. I even had the box set. That's when it had 3 parts to it. And I really thought I was doing something. I was like, yeah, dog. You would come over and watch the movies? I had Jurassic Park, all of them. I thought I was doing something. I think I paid, what, $27 for that box set? And then they start coming out with another one. So it just ruins the box set collection because it's no longer an official box set because they came out with another installment. So now how many do they have? We're going to find out today. I have my survey up. Let me put my greetings in here. Good morning, y'all. What are y'all still doing up? Thank you for coming in. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Either one of those or all of those are perfect. Let me put that comment in there and put thank you. And I definitely have to put good morning in here. How you guys doing? And what are you drinking this morning? Actually, I don't have coffee right now. I'm not ready for it. So I just have some water and then I have my cereal too. So put copy in there. There. And the next thing is, I have one more button to add in here and we'll be good to go. I want to go down the list and say hello to everybody who's in here before I really get into everything. Thank you for waiting while I get things set up. I had a sound check today and it went bad, but we got it corrected behind the scenes. But I did like about 4 to 5 video restarts actually. I had to do them all unlisted because I was having issues with the audio. Come to find out there was a setting turned on that I don't recall switching on. So I'm glad I figured that out. But it is what it is and I'm here. Let me go up to the top. Hey everybody, how you doing today? So I'm going to go up here and say hello to everybody. Hello. Hello, Moto. Now those phones are nice. Okay, let me see here. Thang Do, what's up, Thang Do? First in the chat, followed by LA. You know, LA is always in the chat, so I want to say shouts out to LA. Girl is always first in the chat. Hey, girl, how you doing? Followed by Thang Do. We have JK. That's the dope name. YouTube Do. How you doing today? Big facts in the heezy. How you doing today? Everything is copacetic in my world, and I know it's copacetic in yours. We have George Morgan. How you doing today? And yes, George, they're having another Jurassic Park. We're going to talk about it. Elay TV up in the heezy. And what's up, Draco? What's up, Fred and Hydemore? How you doing today? I'm having a good day already. For me, it's 6:28 a.m. in the morning, and that's kind of, to me personally, borderlining a little late. Thank you so much. Thank you, Freds. And it's 6:29 now a.m. and it is March 22nd, 2025. And here it is Saturday. So happy Saturday to you guys. Happy Sabbath to you guys for those of you who celebrate the Sabbath. Happy Sabbath, happy Saturday. Now let me pull up my tab and I have my notes. I wrote my notes yesterday. My Jurassic Park notes. here it is. So I'm simply gonna start off with how many Jurassic Parks are there? You ever hear that sound bite? It's a little kid. She be like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Who are you? That's how I felt when I found out another Jurassic Park was coming out. I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What's the age? So I'm typing it in now. How many Jurassic Parks are there? Welcome from Richmond, Virginia. It's a long drive in to the show, but thank you for being here. Tickets are officially sold out. For all of you who are late, you'll just have to tune in next show. How many Jurassic Park movies are there? It's already saved up in my queue. So, according to here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There is 7. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, there will be 7 Jurassic Park movies out here. I wish they did a better job putting the new movie in there, but they didn't. So it says I have Jurassic Park, there's the Lost World Jurassic Park, Jurassic Park 3, simply called Jurassic Park 3, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, Jurassic World Dominion. And now the next movie that's out, that's coming up, let me pull it up. What is the newest Jurassic Park movie called? I'm typing it in. And ladies and gentlemen, brace for impact. The newest installment of the many installments of Jurassic Park Saga is called Jurassic World Rebirth. I had to figure out where I even want to start with this. I'm going to have to slow walk this. Walk the dog slowly. Because I want to make sure I cover everything. I have my cereal. It's Apple Jacks. I don't know if I'm going to need a refill or not, but I really need to get into this. You guys, this is ridiculous. How many Jurassic Parks are they going to have? I swear, I don't know. So there are 7 installments. I am going to read this right here. It's got an AI overview. It's got the gall to give me a breakdown. So I'm going to read what it's saying. I typed in Google, what is the newest Jurassic Park movie called? The newest and upcoming Jurassic Park movie is called Jurassic World Rebirth, scheduled to release on July 2nd, 2025. If there won't be any more writer strikes. Dun, dun, dun. I hope there will not be any more writer strikes. And then AI overview says, here's a more detailed breakdown. Title, Jurassic World Rebirth. Release date, July 2nd, 2025. Director, Gareth Edwards. Writer, David Coop. Where in the world is Steven Spielberg? I'll rest my case. I don't even think Steven Spielberg gave these 2 men the permission to release or direct a Jurassic Park anything. His name is nowhere on here. So I hope that this will be good. But when I watch the preview, it looks good. The preview, aka trailer for Jurassic Park Rebirth, looks like they're going back down to their traditional roots of the first installment of Jurassic Park 1, which came out according to Google in 1993. Since I've been gathering information slowly, like a cow slowly gathers grass from the field, there have been a few trailer releases out. And the 2 that I've glanced over, There are a couple different trailers out, but the first one I saw, since I was taught, your first impressions are the best impressions or whatever, XYZ, that's the one that stuck in my mind. And now I want to pause and take a time, since I am mentioning cows, to sing a little jingle that I sing on these channels, or on this video, well, on this channel, where we put cows in the chat. This is the time where we put cows in the chat. Cows in the chat. Cows in the chat. Moo. Cows in the chat. Cows in the chat. Cows in the chat. Cows in the chat. Moo. Cows in the chat. Cows in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, houseplants and extraterrestrials, thank you for coming into a morning mood with Elay TV. This is the time where we put cows in the chat, or your favorite animal emoji, or your animal emoji. Please be advised that we all know that the world is blaming cows for global warming. So please be prepared to have your gas mask on as the chat fills with the smell of cows. Behold the smell of cows. We have a zebra in the house. Thank you, Amaski, for putting animals in the chat, filling our environment with toxic gases from the animals. Da 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 da. I'll put a trophy in there for all you winners who came in today, even for a moment. And I will sing the song one more time. Why? Because it's fun. 3, 2, 1. Cows in the chat. Calls in the chat. Moo. Cows in the chat. Calls in the chat. Cows in the chat. Calls in the chat. Moo. Cows in the chat. Calls in the chat. Thank you for participating in the fun segment where we fill the atmosphere with cows and animals. Thank you for doing that, ladies and gentlemen. Bella Swan, we have Bella Swan. I roll. As I go back to the AI overview in reference to Jurassic Park movie, it says here the cast: Scarlett Johansson, Mahershala Ali, Jonathan Bailey, Rupert Friend, Manuel Garcia Ruffalo, Luana Bales, David Lamanco, and Ed Skirrin. I do not know who any of these people are, which could be a good thing. I'm wondering if any of the Jurassic Park OGs will have a splashy debut or cameo in Jurassic Park Rebirth, or since this is a rebirth, they're starting completely over. Here's the plot. Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cool people out there, because this is where the cool people roam, i.e., you guys. I am about to read the plot for Jurassic Park Rebirth that's coming out July 2nd, 2025. The plot. Dun, 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 dun. 5 years after the events of Jurassic World Dominion, an expedition braves isolated. Here comes a word I don't know how to pronounce. No matter how much I read, they keep throwing a new word at me that I have not yet seen in my life. I'm going to start it over because I think I sounded it out in my mind. Ladies and gentlemen, take 2. Here's the plot for Jurassic Park Rebirth, coming out July 2nd, 2025. And plot. Dun, 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 dun. Set 5 years after the event of Jurassic World Dominion, an expedition braves isolated equilateral regions to extract DNA or DNA from 3 massive prehistoric creatures for a groundbreaking medical breakthrough. Insane dramatic effect. Where's that guy who said that like that? Do anybody talk in movie trailers anymore? Background. It's a standalone sequel to Jurassic World Dominion 2022 and the 4th Jurassic World film and 7th overall in the Jurassic Park film series. The previous movie in the series was Jurassic World Dominion, released in 2022. Speaking of 2022, was that a good year for y'all? It was a pretty good year for me. It was busy, but what year isn't busy? So thank you, Aya Overview. I would like to learn more information about that. So once again, we have Jurassic Park that came out in 1993. Jurassic World, Jurassic Park 1997. Jurassic Park 3 came out in 2001. Jurassic Park World came out in 2015. Jurassic Park World Fallen Kingdom 2018. Jurassic World Dominion 2022, and now we have Jurassic World Rebirth coming out July 2nd, 2025. Now, if you want to do some study reference notes, I will include in here to let you guys know that there is a small tiny film sandwiched in the list of these Jurassic Park videos, and it is called Battle at Big Rock. So when I looked at it yesterday with my son, we were like, what is Battle at Big Rock? And it said it came out September 15th. I needed more information because I didn't see any snippets of a preview about this. So I had to look it up to see what it was all about. And here we go. Battle Creek Big Rock. And someone already asked, is Battle at Big Rock a full movie? And no, it's not. Battle at Big Rock is a 10-minute short film directed by Colin Trevorrow, Jurassic World, written by Trevorrow and Emily Carmichael. So it's only a 10-minute movie, so that don't even count. Not sure why they even threw that in there. But then when I thought about it out loud, the only reason they threw this 10-minute short movie in the category list with all these Jurassic Parks that came out is simply because Colin Trevorrow, who worked in Jurassic World, has something to do with it. Had it not been that, this wouldn't even been a thought, at least to me. So I'll scroll down and see if there's any more time I want to give to this. It's a short. I'm dealing solely with the collections they're in. But on Rotten Tomatoes, this a small short got a 76 on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm going to scurry on back to Jurassic Park Part 1. Do you guys remember Jurassic Park Part 1? This is when Steven Spielberg made his splashy debut into the dino scene. So I'll read a little bit about the history of Jurassic Park Part 1. Let me see what it has on here. So here it is. Rotten Tomatoes gave Jurassic Park Part 1 a glorious 91%. Round of applause. Round of applause. Pardon me as I reach for my water. Wow, I don't have the lid on. Oh my goodness. Okay. Janae, oh my goodness. It's pretty early, but if anyone's eating breakfast, what are you having? I'm not ready to eat breakfast, but while I make this video, I'm currently thinking of what I want to make for breakfast. So Jurassic Park movie, here's a little detail about it. Once again, they got a 91% on there, and let me see, 91% on Rotten Tomatoes. And here's some information that looks like it's from, it's not even telling me where this is from. Google users. In Steven Spielberg's massive blockbuster, paleontologists Alan Grant and Ellie Statner and mathematician Ian Malcolm are among a select group chosen to tour an island theme park populated by dinosaurs created from prehistoric DNA, while the park's mastermind billionaire John Hammond assures everyone that the facility is safe. They find out otherwise when various ferocious predators break free and go on the hunt. Now, this description of Jurassic Park Part 1 did not do any justice to the actual movie. The release date was June 11th, 1993 in the United States. Director was the legendary Steven Spielberg. Shout out Steven Spielberg. The story was written by Michael Crichton. I do remember that book. I read part two though, and that was a good read. I remember reading that in middle school. Instead of doing my work, I just read Jurassic Park Part 2. The budget was $63 million, dude. The sequel is The Lost World Jurassic Park. They got awards for it, and the awards are as follows for Jurassic Park: Academy Award for Best Visual Effects. Oh, see more. Let's see what else. See more what? Do not feel that in. It got a lot of awards, guys. Oh my goodness. So it says Academy Award for Best Visual Effects, Academy Award for Best Sounding Mixing. Bella Swan, I need you to come in and read for me as my voice is tired. People's Choice Award for Favorite Movie, Academy Award for Best Sounding Editing, Hugo Award for Best Dramatic Presentation, Jurassic Park got a award for Saturn Award for Best Director in '94, BAFTA Award for Best Special Effects Visual. Thank you, Bella Swan. You're welcome. I'm tired of reading now. Hi, everybody. Good morning. I hope you have like your coffees and some junk. A round of applause for Bella Swan because she could have been anywhere else, like sleep. They had a Japan Academy Prize for Outstanding Foreign Film. Wow, 1994. Jurassic Park also won a Saturn Award for Best Writing in '94, the Blue Ribbon Award for Best Foreign Film, Cedric Lion Award for Best Cinema Audience Attendance for Best, I believe that one, Best Cinema Attendance, and BAFTA Lowest Bank Most Popular Film. All well-deserved movies. Movies coming out of the '90s were great. They really brought their behinds when they produced movies. That's when it was blockbuster hits. Everything was big. Everything. The marquees, the signage, the rollouts before we even knew what the word rollouts were. They were doing dramatic rollouts. That's when you could go to your favorite fast food restaurant and be assured / guaranteed that a movie that was coming out, especially in the summertime, was going to be incorporated, tied into a restaurant. So it made you want to go to the restaurant and get the complimentary cups to go with the movie. And then when you went to the movie, you wanted to get the bucket with the movie on it and the matching cup. Wow. So that was the information from Jurassic Park 1. I want to go on the search now. Well, it's going to be different, but I'm still going to keep to my thoughts. I want to go on the search now and see what types of Jurassic Park box sets they have out now compared to the one I had when I only had 1, 2, and 3. I want to go back and see what's going on with Jurassic Park Rebirth. I want to see if it'll allow me see who's going to be in this as far as cameo. They didn't say it in the rundown of the new key players or star players who are going to be in Jurassic Park Rebirth. But perhaps if I go to IMDb, they'll, in the full rundown of it all, they'll show us who's all going to be in there. If you go to IMDb, there is a 2 minute, about a 2 minute, 2.5 minute trailer on there. In the opening of the trailer, they show a woman and a guy in this tall grass that looks like corn. It opens up with them being in the scene with the velociraptors. Remember in one of the Jurassic Parks, the guy was like, this is where the velociraptors nest. Tall grass so you won't see them coming. And when they come, they'll just pull you down and drag you back to their lair or nest. That's how this particular trailer I've seen right now is starting out. They've got people like from looks like the Navy or something, but from like a different continent of the Navy. Looks like an African Navy coming in with these boats and stuff. They've got a team together and they're looking at all of these things that are transpiring and that have transpired on this said island. They show a picture of like the Tyrannosaurus Rex in this weird looking case, and it's been unfortunately liquefied to hold its form. It's like a modern day mummification, so they're looking around at all this stuff. And they're also showing like these buildings, and that's not even the correct word. They're showing these old foundational things that were there that seems like before we were here on the planet. These old structures and stuff. So I'm hoping that this will set the tone for a more in-depth reasoning behind Jurassic Park to begin with. You know how they have pyramids and stuff? Well, they're showing buildings like that from a time before we were here. So that's what's making me curious. Stuff from the past. Archaeological structures from a time past, from the days of old, is what they're emphasizing also in this trailer. So I'm like, wait a minute. Now I want to know, did that old man from Jurassic Park 1 know more about the history of this particular island that nobody else know? Are we going to find out that that old man in Jurassic Park 1, um, Richard Attenborough, named John in the movie, had some deep dark secrets and was like, yes, I'll tell them to come to Jurassic Park, but I won't tell them that this is on an ancient Aztec burial ground. I'll keep that to myself. You old fart. Why would you not tell us that? If I told you that, you never come to the island. You son of a... You are my life. So you can see the trailer, the one I described on IMDb. I'm scrolling down more. I don't want to see all the pictures, but I'm going to look through the cast and see if I see any familiar faces. And right now, I don't see any. I will have to go to the full laundry list of the cast and crew to see if I can get a glimpse of some of the old players. And they're not showing anyone. Right now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Going to be 12 key players in here. It seems like they're keeping this close to the chest. But I'm going to root for the fact that there may be some small appearances from the previous Jurassic Park people by way they tie them in by looking at old archaeological videos and be like, remember this video from a million years ago? Yeah, that's Alan. That's the dinosaur guy. Yeah, I remember them. They're from the past, but this is what they have to say. You know, I hope they'll do them like that, but I still think they're going to incorporate them in here. The one guy, remember Wayne Knight from Jurassic Park 1? His character was Dennis. He was the heavyset guy who got ate up by those dinosaurs who had the umbrella the umbrella face when their faces opened up like an umbrella. And he got ate up. He was like, no! I'm like, that's what you get, you filthy son of a. Dun, 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 dun. My husband and I talked about the Jurassic Park movie coming out, and we were going over the same things I'm asking you guys. I'm like, do you think they're going to bring anybody back from the original one? And he said it's a possibility, I'm paraphrasing. And then I was like, do you think they going to bring back Samuel Jackson? And he was like, wait a minute, didn't he die in that movie? I'm like, oh. I only wanted them to bring Samuel Jackson back in this Jurassic Park Rebirth so I can hear him say, hold on to your butts. Shout out to Samuel Jackson. You held on through that movie though, so that was good. Perhaps they'll bring that back. Maybe some dipstick in the new movie will say it. If they say hold on to your butts, I hope one of the black people say it because it'd be even more funnier and impactful, honestly. So that's a little fun fact from I need to see where this is at because I want to cite my sources, guys, to where I read this all this Jurassic Park 1 information from. It just says overview, so I'm not sure if that means AI overview or not. It's just a great compilation of information. Usually when I read things like this, it's off to the far right and it'll drop down and tell me, Wikipedia. So I'm so used to it saying that, but it doesn't say that this time. Hang on. Oh, I got a text message. Just for a moment. Hang on. Text message coming in. Please stand by. There. I'm glad I'm still able to there. Send message. Send. Y'all, my phone is 1,000 years old. My phone is prehistoric, but I'm holding on. I'm holding on to my cell phone. Hang on, had a text message. There we go. Let me push the button. On head. Usually I have it on silent and the messages still will come through, but this time since I had sound and audio quality checks or whatever, I wanted to make sure everything was on. So when I made the I think this is my 5th attempt this morning trying to make this video, to which we're currently participating in. I wanted to make sure everything was hitting on all cylinders so I could go in for the 5th and final attempt to get this video done. I tell you. Let me go in to see what you guys voted on in reference to the poll. It says, did oh, I forgot this. Oh, well, did you know there's going to be another Jurassic Park movie? It's half and half. 50% said yes, and 50% said no. Thank you. I don't want to end the poll. Excuse me. There. So I don't know how to cite my sources, guys. So what I'll say is, well, all I did was typed in Jurassic Park in the Google search and the information came forthwith. Oh wow, I'm glad I looked in here. Let me put my I didn't even put my hashtags in. There's been some YouTube videos coming in because I have subscribed to several YouTube platforms where I get YouTube updates, tips and tricks to kind of better the YouTube platform to extend my reach. Well, I've been seeing YouTube thumbnails entitled something on the lines of hashtags don't work anymore. I'm like, is that true? Because I still use hashtags. I'm not gonna follow that. I'm not gonna follow that approach because I think they still work. They may not be as effective, perhaps, but anything to add to the pile to make it positive, I'm here for. So I'm not gonna stop hashtagging. Jurassic Park, and then this is called Jurassic. So as you know, I am typing in my I'm typing in my hashtags now because I don't want to forget anything. Jurassic World, Jurassic Park, that'll do. And push save. Jurassic Park movies, Jurassic Park movies, and I'm fixing the title too. Jurassic Park movies, Jurassic Park Rebirth. See? And save. I did it. I want to read about the facts in reference to the Lost World Jurassic Park 1997. Here we are, Jurassic Park 1997. Here's some information on there. It's got the cast in there. Now, this is the book I read. And on Rotten Tomatoes, it got 53% tomatoes. And Jurassic Park, The Lost World, came out in 1997. The runtime is 2 hours and 9 minutes. It says the sequel in which the entrepreneur who genetically engineered the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park transpires to have cloned more of the prehistoric monsters on another island location. Researchers arrive to observe the creatures in their natural habitat. But hot on their heels is a band of mercenaries intent on capturing the dinosaurs and transporting them back to the San Diego Zoo. San Diego Zoo. Shout out to San Diego Zoo. Date release May 19, 1997 in USA. Director the legendary Steven Spielberg. The budget $73 million. That went up 10 million because I believe the Jurassic Park 1 had a budget of 63 million. So it seems like they got an additional $10 million to the budget for Jurassic Park 2. The sequel is Jurassic Park 3, prequel Jurassic Park, distributed by Universal Pictures Film Flex. And that's all the information it gives on there. I want to read a little bit more. Here's a question if you are interested in the Jurassic Park 2 fun fact. Someone is asking, why was Sam Neill not in the Lost World? AI Overview says Sam Neill, who played Dr. Alan Grant in Jurassic Park, was not in the Lost World Jurassic Park because the story in the sequel novel, which the film largely adapted, did not feature a significant role for his character, Alan Grant. The narrative focused more on Ian Malcolm instead. which is true because that's the the tall matter of factly guy who had a daughter. He brought no, he didn't bring his daughter along. She snuck in and got scared and was stuck on the islands, traveling and suffering with all of them. I honestly thought that the choice for the daughter was a bit surprising because the way I'm gonna have to read the book again because the way the picture was depicted, I think she was a different color. She was of mixed race. But I just was surprised that's who they picked for the lead, Vanessa Lee Chester. She played Kelly Curtis Malcolm. I just wasn't expecting her to be the choice. I think perhaps if they showed a small glimpse of who her mom was, it would have made more sense. But even in The Lost World, they didn't really depict a description of who his ex-wife was or ex-baby mama was in the book. So I didn't know she was mixed. So it was hard to get into the movie after seeing the reveal of who they picked for the daughter to be. It took a minute to get used to that, honestly. So I'm curious. Let me figure out something. Why did they choose to be the daughter in Jurassic Park? Let me see. I typed in why did they choose Vanessa to be the daughter in Jurassic Park 2? And who I'm referencing is Vanessa Lee Chester. She played Kelly Curtis Malcolm. She was Ian Malcolm's daughter in Jurassic Park 2. And I'm asking, why did they choose her? Why did they choose Vanessa to be the daughter in Jurassic Park 2? AI Overview says, in The Lost World Jurassic Park, the character Kelly, who is Ian Malcolm's daughter, is played by Vanessa Lee Chester, who was chosen to portray the role because the filmmakers combined two child characters from the novel, Kelly and Arby, into one character, and Arby was a black character. Here's a more detailed breakdown. Character combination. The novel Lost World by Michael Crichton originally featured two child characters, Kelly and Arby. Screenwriter's choice. The screenwriter Donald Knopp, spelled Koepp or Cop, combined two characters into a single character named Kelly. Vanessa Lee Chester, the actress chosen to play Kelly, was Vanessa Lee Chester, a black actress. Arby's background. Arby, one of the original characters, was a black character. Reason for casting. By combining the characters and then casting Vanessa Lee Chester, the filmmakers were able to retain the character's background as a black character and also streamline the story. So, once again, when this movie came out, Jurassic Park 2, The Lost World, it came out in 1997. I was in seventh grade, so I was reading the book before the movie came out. So, no. Was I in seventh? Yeah, I was in seventh grade and I was reading the book, The Lost World. But I think it was still 1996 when I was reading it. So, having said that, after reading the book in middle school and then going to see the movie, I highly doubt I got the luxury to go see it in theaters because I lived a pretty unfortunate sheltered life. So I probably saw The Lost World when it came out on VHS many years later. So having said that, when I saw the Jurassic World Part 2, finally, probably on VHS, I was wondering why they chose a girl like her. Not, I was like, well, when they described her in the book, she was one way. Yes, she was African American descent, but that's where I was getting mixed up at. Now, I'm going back from my memory from when I first read Jurassic Park Part 2. And it reminded me, AI reminded me that there were two African American characters in the book that this guy had. He had two black daughters. One name was Arbery, and the other was named Kelly. And now that you mention it, I do remember seeing Arbery in there because I had an issue figuring out how to pronounce her name. So in my mind, it was hard to make the connection because they did have two daughters in the book. He did have two daughters in Lost World Part 2, the book, but when the movie came out, they combined both daughters into one role. And that's where I was confused at. I don't want to say it was necessarily why was she so dark skinned. That's not the case. But because there was not access for me to information to which I'm reading now and getting filled in from 1997, it's easier for me to wrap my head around and understand the concept. They may have explained their own entertainment tonight, but once again, I've lived a sheltered life, so I didn't have access to the TV so much. So I was getting both of the daughters confused in Jurassic Park 2. Nonetheless, I was able to follow that he had two daughters and they both were brown. I believe one had a different complexion than the other. And also to emphasize, they didn't really emphasize, I don't think the writer didn't really emphasize on the complexion far as the skin tone shade of the daughters, but he did emphasize that the daughters were black. But this is coming from the early 90s. So in my mind, I still was programmed and conditioned to not see a darker complexion daughter, even when I read, even though the word specifically read he had black daughters. Because in the 90s, I rarely saw us in movies, especially a brown skinned girl. Usually it was always in the bad light presented. So even while reading the book, I acknowledged the fact that Michael Crichton wrote that dad had two black girls for daughters, but it still didn't register beyond that. So when I saw Jurassic Park Part 2, the movie, and saw his daughter, I was like, what's going on? It still didn't click. So here I am catching up to old questions that I had in my mind, and now I'm even more excited to repurchase Jurassic Park Lost World Part 2 and reread it again through a new lens and through new eyes and a new mind because the world has changed since then. So once again, the point I'm on in reference to Jurassic Park 2 is why did they choose Vanessa Lee Chester to be the daughter of Jurassic Park 2? It says because the filmmakers combined two child characters from the novel, Kelly and Arbery, into one character, and Arbery was a black character. Reason for the casting: by combining the two characters and then casting Vanessa Lee Chester, the filmmakers were able to retain the character's background as a black character and also streamline the story. Now, let's go even further because it is what it is. In Quora, someone simply asked, why did Ian Malcolm in Jurassic Park have a black daughter in the, let's see, let me open it up. Why did Ian Malcolm have a black daughter in the Jurassic Park sequel, The Lost World? And then someone from Quora named John Mixon answers, the film never makes her birth status clear. However, given that they chose an actor whose phenotype didn't lend itself to her being viewed as biracial, it's safe to assume that she was either supposed to be adopted or Malcolm's stepdaughter and the biological child of his former wife or partner. And that's what I was leading into without having all those types of words or vocabulary at that time. When I was reading the book, I was leaning into the fact that perhaps she was not the word adopted, but someone else's daughter that was brought into the fold of the family. And that's how I took it too. But even so, it was still a shock to see her on the screen because we were conditioned to not see people like that in a positive light, especially having that much screen time and being beside such actors and actresses. So I want to take this time, having said all that, to give Vanessa Lee Chester her flowers, kudos, because the way I'm feeling about how I'm assessing the whole situation coming from a time where people of color did not get positive roles in movies, especially for a long role time. And unfortunately, but the truth, for you to be of brown skin complexion, you got a great role in that movie. So congratulations, because if I'm taking it for what it is, you're out in the field acting it out. So who knows what hell you had to go through behind the scenes. So kudos to you, congratulations. Thank you for doing your thing in the movie. I'm proud of you, and I wonder what you're doing now. And that's where I'll leave it, because I got my answers. I got my questions answered in the realm of Jurassic Park 2 movies that I've been thinking about for a long time. And thanks to modern day technology and the fact that I have access to more things now that I am an adult, I can get answers to many questions that I still have. Vanessa Lee Chester. Let's wrap this up on a high note. I had no idea she and I are the same age. So basically, happy birthday to you. Vanessa Lee Chester is 40 years young. She was born July 2nd, 1984, and she is the same height as myself. She is 5'3". So happy birthday, and I had no idea we were the same age. Because in my small mind little world, I was submerged around with people who thought small thoughts. I'd had no idea people my age could do great things like that. So this is something yet I'm learning new that I was introduced to when I was in 7th grade that I had no idea about. Once again, this girl was in Jurassic Park 2. We were literally the same age and in the same grade. We were in middle school. So I instantly thought, even though she was I saw in the movie, I saw her, I saw me that she was black, but in my mind, I dismissed the logic because I'm like, she's got to be an adult playing a child, because there's no way in Hades that we can do things so young like that. But that's a whole nother story, but it's a nugget of how my world lens was in view was already messed up at a young age. I didn't think people like us could do stuff like that at a young age. But that's the culture of the people I was raised around. Weird, huh? So congratulations on that. And I think this is a good way to close this portion up in referencing Vanessa Lee Chester. I think I want to make a note and talk about this further, but not in my cow suit. I would like to dive into the psyche of my worldview or world lens in the early 90s when I was in middle school. And as I share this with you guys and think out loud, it was pretty bad. So let me do this right now so I don't forget anything. 03. I think I know how I want to set up and present this, but I need to write it down. So Vanessa, look at LA. VANESSA Leicester. Oops. Why is it putting a hole in my paper? Oh, because I have these index cards under here. Hold on. I need to make a memo to myself and I need to write this down. I need to write this down. So, because it's important to me. Hey, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. I'm making a memo to myself right now for the next video I want to make. And it was birthed out of me talking about Jurassic Park Lost World, which is Jurassic Park Part 2. We're wrapping up that portion of Jurassic Park Part 2, and then I'm going to move into Jurassic Park 3 and see what all they have to say about that. Right now, I'm making a note about Vanessa Leicester, and I want to talk about her in my next video. And where I was at in that time and point in my life in 1996-97. Vanessa Leicester, Jurassic Park girl. There. So I have that note. I'll get my day sorted out. My day is already pretty much booked for plans for today. But I'll discuss it with my husband and figure out how we can tie this in, because I would like his input and so he can help me set up for the next video. I really want to expound on that and share with you guys that a more serious topic. So that's good. So let me close out these tabs. I don't want too many tabs open. And let me go back to the Jurassic Park list so I can see all the characters in part 3. I want to thank you guys for participating in the survey. Let's see where we are now, because I see the polls have been going up. Did you know there's going to be another Jurassic Park movie? 45% said yes and 55% said no. Put that in there. Cool. So I have that in there. So Jurassic Park 3 came out in 2001. Timeline of my life, guys. I was in high school when Jurassic Park 3 came out. I graduated in 2002. So Jurassic Park 3, life was really kicking up for me in ways that I did not want or like or expect. I can say that much. My world was beginning to turn. It was already turned on its axis. But my senior year, I got completely thrown off my axis even more, and I never got back on axis. So since high school senior year, those years, my life has not been on the axis I think I was supposed to be on, but I've been able to course correct. That's the key word. I was involuntarily thrown off my axis, but through self-examination, accepting things that I could not change, and so on and so on, I was able to course correct to the best of my ability and get back to where I wanted to be. In a nutshell. So when Jurassic Park 3 came out 2001, that's where my life was. It was going down in flames. Some more. Thank you. And so we have information here in reference to Jurassic Park 3, and it's simply called Jurassic Park 3. Now I had to put this in the comments, y'all, because this is lame. It's like Jurassic Park 3 is simply called Jurassic Park 3. Look at my dinosaurs. Y'all. Did did you know Jurassic Park 3 is simply called Jurassic Park 3? Jurassic Park 3 is simply called. I'm typing it in now. And let me find an emoji to express how I feel. It's like lame. How creative. Like, bruh. What a lame title. It spare us the drama and the misery and just name them all Jurassic Park 1, Jurassic Park 2, Jurassic Park 3, Jurassic Park 4. Then I wouldn't have been so confused. Just like with the Saw movies, there's like Saw 1 through 85, and they ruled them in Roman numerals, and I still get them mixed up. It's like Saw 1, Saw 2, Saw 3, Saw 4, Saw 5, Saw 6. And then the cover art don't make it any different because when you open up the DVDs, all the DVDs look the same. So it's like I'm sitting up here like, which Saw I'm watching? Which Saw I'm watching? Which Saw I'm watching? I need some water. I'm up here feeling like make it make sense. Shouts out, make it make sense. Make it make sense, man. Make it make sense. Do 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 do. That's terrible. He have, he had Lil Kim dancing and had a picture of Mary J. Blige dancing. Do 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 do. Make it make sense. So Jurassic Park is simply called Jurassic Park. I get it, because you're setting the precedence and the tone for what type of movies there are to come. So how come Jurassic Park didn't say like Jurassic Park 2, semicolon, The Lost World? Why is it titled for part 2, The Lost World, semicolon, Jurassic Park? That's where I started getting lost instantly. But I knew I wanted to go see it. I'm like, y'all, Jurassic Park coming out with another movie. And I'm like, Jurassic Park Part 2. So I'm looking for a 2. I'm like, I don't see it. It don't say 2 anywhere in here. So what are you talking about? It's like, it's in there. It said Jurassic Park. I'm like, I don't see it. Because I'm specifically looking for the number 2 in the title. I'm the... Now I knew I was going to be sitting up here a long time, but y'all, it is over an hour. I'm still up here airing out my grievances about Jurassic Park. If you haven't noticed, I am a fan of the movies, even though I don't remember all the characters by name. I am a fan of Jurassic Park. Albeit, I said at the start of this video that once upon a time, I had the box set when it was Jurassic Park 1, 2, and 3. Now I gotta go buy another box set. I roll. What's the point of buying a box set when they coming out with another movie? I'm getting cold. Usually, I would be burning up in this cow suit by now, so I would have the ceiling fan on. But this time around, that's not happening. This ceiling fan is doing more harm than good. Maybe I'm not working hard enough. Maybe I'm not getting aggressive enough. So let me just dive into Jurassic Park 3 and read everything they have to say about it. Jurassic Park 3 got a 49% in Rotten Tomatoes. I don't know why they're not showing the cute little tomato on here. Part 1 and 2, they showed the tomatoes. But nonetheless, here is the brief synopsis of Jurassic Park 3. We're on Jurassic Park Part 3 now. After being persuaded by a wealthy businessman to conduct an aerial tour of island Sonora, Engine's second site for a failed Jurassic Park experiment, Dr. Alan Grant discovers the true reason for his invitation. A tragic accident maroons the party of 7 as they must attempt to escape with their lives. Now, in this Jurassic Park, it was sad, tragic, and travesty and the shame. Who said travesty? Once again, I see him in my mind, but to recall his name, it's not Wayne Brady. Bernie Mac, a travesty. Jurassic Park 3 opened up, to my surprise, in dismay and disarray, where a Caucasian child got ate up by dinosaurs. I was appalled. I was shocked. I'm like, Steven Spielberg, you opened up the movie with a little Caucasian girl getting eaten up by dinosaurs? I scratched my head at that because I honestly thought after seeing the opening of that movie, yes, the opening of that movie, he was going to come under fire for that. I was worried for him. And the whole Jurassic Park franchise, it really took me aback. And as I think about it now, it still surprised me that no one raised HE double hockey sticks for that. It was this rich couple on an island, right? That's how the Jurassic Park 3 opened up. The rich couple on the island with their daughter, they let the girl roam around. You know, they told her, Abby, if that's her name, don't go too far. She said, I'm not. And she did. And then I think she had some food. Now, it's been a while since I've seen it. She started feeding them, and the I think the velociraptors started gathering around. But at first it was fun and cute. Then after that, it turned into dun dun dun. Then the mom screaming and crying and yelling. Then they was like Jurassic Park 3. I'm like, whoa. Do y'all remember how Jurassic Park 3 opened up? It really surprised me. Shouts out to Steven Spielberg for being brave and having an opening like that. Nonetheless, that's how Jurassic Park 3 opened up. Jurassic Park 1, of course, the black man died first before the credits start to roll, but that was a given. That's how times were in the 90s. Jurassic Park 3, it was a little different. It was 2001, and I guess times were changing then. So the date release for Jurassic Park 3 was July 18th. That's another summer blockbuster, 2001 in USA. Director Joe Johnson. So Steven didn't direct this. It was Joe Johnson, so no wonder. So perhaps I was looking in the wrong direction when I was bracing for impact, thinking Steven Spielberg was going to take an L on the way Jurassic Park 3 opened up. So perhaps Joe Johnson did. because it says he's the director. And it seems as though the budget went up some more. Now it's at 93 million US dollars for the budget for Jurassic Park 3, distributed by Universal Pictures, United International Pictures, and Filmflex. And they had another distributor added on. The movie prior, which is Jurassic Park 2, had a couple of distributors. It was Universal Pictures and Filmflex. Jurassic Park 3, bigger budget, and more distributors added on. And this movie was adapted from Jurassic Park 1 and Jurassic Park 2. And it actually shared with us in this one, for whatever reason, I didn't see it in the other two. It braked in for box offices $368.8 million. And that's pretty darn good for a night for 2001. And the people also asked, I'm going to read it. It says, is Jurassic World a hit or a flop? I think for me, it hit right in the middle. It was a good movie, but number one and number two were dope. Number one was the best. Number two was good because it incorporated an African American girl. It had another storyline within the storyline, and I thought that's what made Jurassic Park 2 interesting, because it not only was about the dinosaurs, it was about family dynamics on how the world was changing by way of a man who adopted an African American daughter, and showing the dynamic between the two, how they weren't getting along, how he wasn't around all the time, and how she wanted to be around her dad, so she put herself in danger to spend time with him, and then how the dad was trying to move on with his life and move on with another woman, possibly. It was just a kerfluffle of things going on within Jurassic Park Part 2, besides the dinosaurs, and them picking up from a storyline from Part 1. So it was a multiple of things going on. So to me, it was more of a mature Jurassic Park. If I'm comparing Jurassic Park 1 with Jurassic Park 2, that's how I saw Jurassic Park 2 was more of a mature one, more of a soap opera-esque one, because of the relationship dynamics in there. Listen to me. I'm having a good time just talking about Jurassic Park. If it was a such thing they had dinosaur cookies, I would be eating dinosaur cookies right now. So perhaps I'll have a watch party of this Jurassic Park video and incorporate dinosaur cookies while I rewatch my Jurassic Park video live with y'all while I eat dinosaur cookies and drink milk, because I think this is good. I'm in here yapping on 1 hour, 18 minutes in, wondering in the back of my mind, how long can I make this video go before YouTube shut me off like, girl, be quiet. I told my husband yesterday that I have a feeling that this was going to be a good video today and I was going to do really well. And I am slow walking the H out of this topic. Let's just say y'all don't even say slow walking anymore when you're gonna really take your time, sit down into the topic of a YouTube video. Y'all call it cooking now, slow cooking. Slow cook this topic. I could rent out a room in the library and just talk about this for a good while. So, under the category of Jurassic Park 3, under the people also asked by way of Google, the search that I typed in the Google search is simply Jurassic Park with the number 3. For those of you who want to follow along with me digitally or in replay game, or the people who do listen to me simply by way of in the form of a podcast and have me on in the background, As so YouTubers have confessed to me in complimentary form. They have me on in the background in the morning while they're getting ready for their day and or while they're exercising in the morning, to which I need to get back doing again, exercising in the morning. So people always also ask, is Jurassic World Part 3 a hit or a flop? I'm curious to see. Like its predecessors, the film was a financial success and grossed $1 billion worldwide, becoming the third highest grossing film of 2022. A standalone sequel, Jurassic World Rebirth, is scheduled for release in 2025. Yes, once again, Jurassic World Rebirth is scheduled for release in 2025. What are they rebirthing? I haven't the slightest idea. A new branch of dinosaurs? Why didn't Steven Spielberg do Jurassic Park 3? Please hang on as I adjust the lighting because I am reading from a monitor in front of me, but I don't want to lose eye to eye contact with you guys, you know? Eye to eye, eye to eye. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Tevin Campbell. Hey, yeah, hey, yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Power Line. Goofy movie. Why didn't Steven Spielberg do Jurassic Park 3? Someone asked. Drop down the tab and get your eagle on. It says Spielberg had no intention of returning to Jurassic Park series as a director, stating that the films were difficult to make. He had been satisfied with directing the previous films and felt that the third film needed someone new to make over. Thank you. You're welcome. Like to take video. Hey, let's get not out of let's don't get out of let's not go there. Wow. In the words of Vincent V. Terrell, my people, my people, my people, my people, my people. Shouts out V. Terrell Hill. Um, so I do recall in the interview, and I'm referencing Entertainment Tonight, but that's the time we were in back then still. Entertainment Tonight was holding on strong. And perhaps in the documentary of Jurassic Park 1, Steven Spielberg did talk about how stressful and tired. Well, I don't want to say stressful because I don't recall him using the word stressful. I would assume strongly that it was stressful by the way of him saying it was difficult to make. And upon reading in this answer stating that Steven Spielberg said the movies were difficult to make, I reflect to a time when he said when they were doing the rain scene and the nighttime in part 1, when the poor kids were left in the Jeep because that man left them, ran and hid in the bathroom, and the girl was like, he left us. He left us. And the guy was like, well, when you gotta go, you gotta go. Around in that scene, when the Tyrannosaurus Rex came out and made his splashy debut unfenced with his claws, he was like, he said when it was raining with the artificial rain and the mechanics of a robotic dinosaur combined, they had to stop a lot to dry off the dinosaur with towels so the water wouldn't get into the muscular skeletal frame of the robotics and short circuit and or damage the dinosaur. I believe he said it happened once, twice, or maybe even 3 times. So they got hip to having to frequently pause the making of Jurassic Park once, particularly that scene with the rain and the Tyrannosaurus Rex making a splashy debut in the water in the night, and use towels and physically just blot and soak up water, as much water as they could with towels. And I believe he said they had fans on the set. So the set was literally a high wind mess, which was good because with all that chaos going on, you would definitely want making of that scene to be intensified as possible naturally. And this was a naturally organic situation that was happening during that scene, during the making of Jurassic Park 1. While this chaos, and orchestrated chaos, but chaos nonetheless was going on behind the scene on the set when they had to film it. So that was great because I believe it fed into that particular scene and heightened the unfortunate lethargy behind the scene because it probably took way too long to make that scene because they had to stop so many times to dry off the dinosaur, to dry off the dinosaur. So once again, to bring this around full circle, someone asked, why didn't Spielberg do Jurassic Park 3? It says Spielberg had no intention on returning to the Jurassic Park series as a director, stating that the films were difficult to make. He had been satisfied with directing the previous films and felt that the third film needed someone to take over. So that's your answer in a nutshell. Hang on as I adjust my camera as I continue to find a more effective way to look at the screen and keep more eye contact with you guys at the same time. And now someone's asking, why is Jeff Goldblum not in Jurassic Park 3? Let's take a look at it because we were why one of the other actors were not in Jurassic Park 2. And they simply said because the way the story was written in The Lost World, his role in the movie was so vague, there was no need to bring him in. So why is Jeff Goldblum not in Jurassic Park 3? It says Jeff Goldblum, who played Dr. Ian Malcolm, wasn't in Jurassic Park 3 because he felt that character's role in the film was too minor and didn't want to warrant his return. So once again, these are really good reasons why these people didn't show up in there. So the guy who had family issues in Jurassic Park 2 Lost World, who the main focal point was around, and he was almost kind of like the said hero in there, and the family guy of a broken family, but nonetheless he was a family guy still trying to seem like make it work. He was the star in part 2. So in part 3, he didn't show up because once again it was too minor and didn't warrant his return. Understandable. But before knowing that, I was looking for him because that's like the know-it-all, the Jurassic Park know-it-all. I was looking for my Funko that referenced him, but I lost him. I gotta buy him again. I never thought I'd lose my Funkos, but that's life. I lost a handful of them. It's the pits. So I have pictures of them, thankfully. So I want to set out special time when I go out to hunt for them. I want to use all day to go to stores to try to find them first before reordering them on Amazon, which is why I haven't gotten them yet. I want to make it an adventure. So hang on. I am looking for, my face is a little dry, but I think if I put lotion on, it's gonna make my face turn red. I don't want to agitate it. It's still chilly here, even though the first day of spring has passed. Hang on, my face feels dry. So just a moment. And it's irritating too. So I need to correct that so I can be comfortable. All right, that worked. Let's see here. Oh, here's something I just glanced under why is Jeff Goldblum not in part 3 of Jurassic Park? Here's something else. Let's just put that in here. It says rumors of injury. Did y'all know about that? So here, rumors of injury. While there are rumors circulating Goldblum dropping out due to a leg injury, there's no concrete evidence to support this claim. And it says focus on other characters. The focus of Jurassic Park 3 shifted to the characters of Alan Grant, Sam Neill, and Ellie Sattler, Laura Dern, who were the main protagonists of the film. Wow, there's a video explaining what happened to Dr. Ian Malcolm in Jurassic Park 3. It's titled Deleted Scene, ? Where was he? So that's that on that. The video is by YouTuber, hang on, I had to look in close to see, Clayton Floturi. Yep, that's that on that. Deleted scenes, where was he? Clayton Floturi. Oh boy, so I need to, I like to be as thorough as possible. Let me pause it and put the link in there and share it. Copy. So hang on as I put the citations in here as we speak, because I don't want to forget to shout him out. And it's called What Happened to Dr. Ian. Diligence is the key. So let me shout him out. I'm going to put his name down in the description and the name of the video. What Happened to Dr. Ian Jurassic Park. That's in there. Video, let me put citations. And once again, I had a difficult time trying to figure out how I could link the notes that I've been gathering in reference to all I've been reading far as Jurassic Park, because usually when I type these things in, it will simply say like Wikipedia, and then I can copy and paste the link in there so you guys can follow along with me. But that's not happening today. So officially, I only have one citation in my description box for you to physically go reference. What I'm going to do is go back to Jurassic Park 1 and scroll down and recheck. I said I was going to do this before, and apparently I did not. So I'm going to tell you exactly what I did, and in belief that that will be enough for you to do your own research if you want to. So I'm simply going to type, I had a difficult time, strangely enough, finding the actual sources to cite when referencing all of the Jurassic Park movies. I'm typing it in now, guys. I'm kind of doing my YouTube homework so I don't have to go back and do this once I close out. And now I need to express myself and find the proper emoji to state how I feel about that. And it's like, So let me see. I want to use, where is that emoji? It's the one with like the line mouth. He's like, there he is. So here is what I did. Is what I did to get to the information. It's like I'm doing a work study online. I share with you today. I am have that portion typed, I'm going to save it and then go back in and add some more, because it's best to save during your descriptions because you don't want to lose all the work you put into it. So what I did is simply type in copy. Step 1. What I did is simply type in Google search Jurassic Park. After that, I simply read all the information in front of me. That suited my fancy. There, so that's the research things I did. So if you want to look for yourself and compile your Jurassic Park notes along with mine, I'm giving you I'm showing you the way to which I did it because it didn't specifically state any direct sources this time. There. Now everyone can see. Back to where I was at. I'm going back to Jurassic Park 3. We're going to see if there's anything else in there in reference to fun facts. We wonder why that guy wasn't in there, and I followed up with the link, so I'll leave it at that. Now we're going to Jurassic World 2015. For some reason, I'm a little nervous about clicking on here. I'm thinking Jurassic Park 2015, I must have felt some type of way about this one. By way of looking at the thumbnail and the trailer is because it instantly switched into a different direction. More or less like into the future of it all. And it just showed the shift and change. How from the dinosaur, yeah, that's true. From the Jurassic Park dinosaur movies I grew up from in the 90s, and we're in 2015. So it had to move along and go forward to tailor to modern day times to make it a little more realistic as possible in a way, and to capture the audience of the new people. So I think it was kind of like a bittersweet situation. I was glad to see another installment after all this time of Jurassic Park films, but to also realize that, honey, the times are changing. So the last one I saw and grew up with literally was 2001. So the next one came out to 2015. So that was about a 14-year stint. That was a 14-year distance. So I'm going the distance. Going for speed. Going for something. Something. Meow, 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 meow. It's going ah da 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 ah da 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 da. We're going the distance. Yeah, that's such a nice song. Oh boy. So Jurassic World, here we are. Rated PG-13. 2025 action sci-fi. This was a 2-hour 4-minute movie, which I do like. So hang on. Jurassic Park, what was the runtime? The runtime for Jurassic World Part 2 was 2 hours 9 minutes. Jurassic Park 1's runtime was an additional, it was also 2 hours. So, yes, before there was an Avatar, Jurassic Park was our avatar for the world's longest movies at that time. The movies were a little over 2 hours. Now we're on, so all three of them, part one, two, three. Let me look out here. Oh, heck. I stand corrected. How did I skip part three? Hey, human error. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children, pets, plants, children, pets, plants, and artificial intelligence and aliens. Jurassic Park was 2 hours 2 minutes. Jurassic Park 2 was 2 hours 9 minutes. Jurassic Park 3 was an hour and 32 minutes. That's the shortest movie in the collection. But to me, that seemed like that was a long movie because it took me through so many different scenes, new scenes. Like with the catwalk scene, when they had to walk over the cage when they were in the realm of the velociraptors. Was it the No, the pterodactyls' nests. Innovative scene. It took me away to another scene. That's how Jurassic Park 3 was. It was like one scene, another scene, another scene. And it's like, wow. And then finally the smoke cleared. And then they were going back into reality, and away from it all. So I did like the presentation of that. So we're getting into Jurassic Park World. Jurassic World Part 1, Part 4, and it has a runtime of 2 hours 4 minutes. Back on the wagon of long featured movies. I'm hoping they start a Jurassic Park marathon on TV. Wouldn't that be nice? Jurassic World overview. I'm going to read here. It got a 72% on Rotten Tomatoes. I need to make this light a little quieter since I'm looking directly into it. This ring light is big. I need to lower the lighting so I don't get blinded while I read the screen. Oh my gosh, that's so much better. Jurassic Park 3 received 72% on Rotten Tomatoes. There's the tomato again. Located off the coast of Costa Rica, the Jurassic World Luxury Resort provides a habitat for an array of genetically engineered dinosaurs, including the fishes and intelligent Indominus Rex. When the massive creature escapes, it sets off a chain of reaction that causes the other dinos to run amok. Looks like there's more. It's up to a former military man and animal expert to use the special skills to save two young brothers and the rest of the tourists from an all-out prehistoric assault. Now, does that description make Jurassic Park, what number are we on? 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 sound interesting? Oh, no. Not really, especially when it's red like that. But the movie altogether was good. The description is not all that impactful. It's like, yawn. Just cue the dinosaurs. You already know what we're getting into. Some dinosaurs, some dang dinosaurs is going to be some trouble. Somebody's going to probably be eaten. Let's just see it. But once again, I'm falling into this trouble where I'm having a difficult time keeping the order of these videos together. Had these videos not been in my face by way of the Google search engine, I would not have been able to find my placing to let you guys know exactly which movie I'm talking about. For all of you who are on the same thought process of me in reference to chronicalizing chronicalizing effectively these dang on dinosaur movies. We are on Jurassic Park 4. We are talking about Jurassic Park 4, which is called Jurassic World. It came out in 2015. I wish they would just put the number on there. So the release date for Jurassic Park 4, also known as Jurassic World, was released June 12th, 2015 in USA. The director Colin Trevorrow, the budget was even higher than all the other Jurassic Park movies. Dude, the budget ranged from 150 to 215 million dollars. Now these other Jurassic Park movies, the budget was like 84,000, 93, no, 84 million, um 93 million, 96 million, or 96, 98 million. But this fourth installment is a whopping 150 through 250 million dollars for this film. And it is the sequel of Jurassic World and Fallen Kingdom. Now, I don't know why they would say, well, because I know why they would say Fallen Kingdom, because Fallen Kingdom was released in 2018, and 2018 has passed. So, chronologically speaking, it is time to say that yes, Jurassic Park fell in the categories of the Jurassic Park movies in reference to Jurassic World and Fallen Kingdom. Jurassic World, I'm going to assume, is what they're referring to as Jurassic World Dominion. Uh, y'all need to stop, which came out in 2022. I'm keeping it up though. I'm keeping it up. Thank you, y'all. Because this show, I would have had a meltdown by now trying to keep all this together. It's like I'm doing math. Story by Rick Jaffa, Amanda Silver. Distributed only this time by one distributor, and that's Universal Pictures. So this is the change in distributors. Because prior to these Jurassic Park movies, Jurassic Park 1, 2, and 3, each installment added a distribution company. But this time with Jurassic Park 4, also known as Jurassic World, only had one distributor, which makes me wonder if that's why the budget was so big. Could be, could be not. Is it is or is it ain't because of the budget? I want to know which is which. Is it because they have one distributor to why they have a big budget, or is it because they have, I don't know. Thank you for your input. So that's the description for part 4. So, speed up the characters and the stars. Now they're wondering, why is Chris Pratt not in Jurassic World 4? For all of you who know who Chris Pratt is, someone's asking, why is Chris Pratt not in Jurassic? Well, I don't know who Chris Pratt is. However, the name sounds familiar. Beyond that, I don't know. But they're wondering why he is not in Jurassic World 4. Chris Pratt is not in Jurassic World 4, officially titled Jurassic World Rebirth. Okay, I'm getting confused. What is happening right now? I was doing such an amazing job keeping this together. I was doing such an amazing job keeping this together. Like the amazing fruit. Help me to figure this out. Chris Pratt is not in Jurassic World 4. Officially titled Jurassic World Rebirth. But I thought part 7 is gonna be called Jurassic Park Rebirth. So you mean to tell me, in my James Brown voice, you mean to tell me that all this time after Jurassic Park either 2 or 3, y'all broke off this franchise and still compartmentalized this whole Jurassic Park thing into something else? Happy! Dun, 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 happy! Dun, 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 happy! Bum, y'all break it down. I'm James Brown, break it down. Study and show thyself approved. How we gonna have to break this Jurassic Park study into a part 2? No, I need to just power through this because I cannot end like this now. If I'm gonna end this Jurassic Park story, it's gonna be simply because I need to figure out what the H they're talking about. Cause did I not say that according to the Jurassic Park movies timeline, Jurassic Park is number 1, Jurassic Park The Lost World Jurassic Park is number 2, Jurassic Park 3 is simply called Jurassic Park 3, and Jurassic Park 4 is called Jurassic World. So please answer me this, Riddler. Why would they say Chris Pratt is not in Jurassic World 4, officially titled Jurassic World Rebirth? Because the film is a soft reboot introducing a new cast and storyline while remaining within the community of the previous movies, shifting focus away from the characters of Jurassic World Dominion. Jurassic World Dominion came out in 2022, which was the last installment until Jurassic Park Rebirth came out. So Jurassic Park Rebirth means so much more to what I thought. What I thought is what is happening, and I did not want it to happen, but here we are, Lord. We are entering the 3rd generation of Jurassic Park movies. Jurassic Park. I hope I don't start crying like I was crying over the the whole Marvel movie dynamic coming to an end. So Jurassic World Rebirth coming out this year in July 2025 is a rebirth and a soft transition to, and quote, introducing a new cast and storyline while remaining within the community of the previous movies, shifting focus away from the characters of Jurassic World Dominion. So my next question is, you have Jurassic Park 1 and 2 that came out in the 90s. So could that be set 1, meaning the millennial generation? Jurassic Park 2 and 3, which comprises of Jurassic Park Part 3 and Jurassic Park 4, called Jurassic World, be comprised of the 2nd generation, meaning catering to Gen Z, perhaps. And they're getting ready to usher Gen Z, and they're getting ready to now usher Gen Z into a Jurassic Park, OMG, Jurassic Park World Chronicles with the Jurassic Park Rebirth. It sounds like I'm becoming lethargic. Just hovered over the map of Jurassic Park. And having said that, I'm going to put this in here. Come with me as I lethargically process this whole Jurassic Park situation. Oh my goodness. Fingers locking up on me. Help me. The whole Jurassic Park saga franchise, Chronicles, or whatever the heck it is. Oh my goodness, somebody help me. If you can help me figure this out, well, I think I'm doing a good job. It's all on me, the sword's in my hand. I'm just slaying away through the barnacles of Jurassic Park. It's getting me confused. Just like the Jason franchise, the Michael Myers franchise, and the Freddy Krueger's franchise, where they start mistitling the titles of these movies, and they should have been Jason 1, Jason 2, Jason 3, Jason 4, Jason 5, and so on. It should have been the same with Star Wars. We're on Star Wars 59. If they just simply title it Star Wars 59, the world would be better off. As I take a pause to read the votes, did you know there's going to be another Jurassic Park movie? 45% of y'all said yes, and 55% of y'all said no. Thank y'all for hanging on. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing because it really helps. Let the world know that Elay TV is live and I am approaching 2 hours. As I thought I was going to find a nice way to wrap this up, it seems like at the 2-hour mark, I'm falling deeper into the rabbit hole. That's me. Now, I said I was going to take my time. Be like Miguel, but I don't want to waste your time, baby. I don't want to waste my time, baby. I don't want to waste our time, baby. But it's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright now. Man. Whew. Let me go down here and try to figure it out. Let me try to figure out what in the world is going on. You mean to tell me 5 minutes passed already? Highlight that, highlight that, highlight that. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, highlight that. You to highlight that. You to highlight that. Oh, highlight that. Highlight that. You to highlight that. Did it, did it. Whoa, 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 whoa. You to highlight that. Highlight that. Hey. Okay. So back to what I'm gathering. We have hit the 2 hour mark. Looks like this is gonna be my longest live ever. I'm just teasing. Let me go back here and see what I'm doing. I want to make sure everything is kosher. Thank you so much for coming in, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I really do appreciate you guys' involvement as we just drive down on into this thing here and try to figure it out. So Chris Pratt is not in Jurassic Park 4. So Chris Pratt is not in Jurassic World 4, officially titled Jurassic World Rebirth, because the film is a soft reboot, introducing a new cast and storyline while remaining within the community of the previous movies, shifting focus away from the characters of Jurassic World Dominion. What was that weirdo song? Age of Destruction. Age of Dominion. It was a weird rock song that actually just fell into my lap. No poop Sherlock. It was this weird truck, man. It was like this weird Jeepers Creeper truck that went driving fast past my house that I used to live in. And on that truck, CDs fell off. The truck that was from Jeepers Creepers, man, it had the license plate from Texas. It was so weird. And these CDs came flying off of the back of the truck. And since I was in rock music, one was a Tool album. One was I couldn't make out what it was because the CD was so scratched up, but it still played. And I played it over and over because I was so happy to have some new rock music, because at that time I was struggling so tough I could not afford to physically go buy CDs. And I don't think I was in the right capacity to even think about taking the time out to pirate the music at that time. I said at that time. I said at that time. At that time, I wasn't physically thinking about pirating the music, because that meant if I did that in my phone, I didn't have the right hookup to transfer the music from my cell phone to my jump drive. They were calling them jump drives back then. Jump, jump. Flash drive will make you jump, jump. The flash drive will make you jump, jump. So I was stuck, still needing CDs and stuff at that time. It was a transitional period between flash drives, MP3 players, and to where we are now. But yeah, as we speak, because hey, I need to see who made that song. Because when I tried to look up the lyrics, even in the past, it don't seem like YouTube was that strong yet in reference to looking for lyrics. It's like you have to be specific on it. And not all the musical people were hip to, to what I feel, uploading their music lyrics to the database so more people could find it at that time. So for my peace of mind, I'm going to look and see. And I do It's definitely not Patti Smith who said those words. But the words, it, yeah, it's not Patti Smith, but nonetheless, that's a sidebar. And yeah, I thought of that CD, those CDs, and that weird situation that happened. At that time in my life, a lot of weird stuff was happening. And I had a hat, as a hat that flew off of there too. And I have a photo still of the particular hat that flew off from the Jeepers Creeper truck from Texas that made it all the way to the state of Michigan, which was weird. It was so weird. I no longer have those CDs, but the music is still with me. I no longer have that hat, but I wish I did. But at that time, the music helped get me through, as weird as it was. The music really helped shape me to want to move forward. And the hat really helped me dive into my music reviews that I used to do a lot behind the scenes by way of SoundCloud, and just random people who would give me their CDs and ask for me to listen to them. So that was a transitional point in my life that helped pull me through too. So if that Jeepers Creepers truck that went by from Texas and it looked so weird and it felt weird and the energy it came with it was weird. If it was intended for bad, well, all those things that were intended for bad were then in turn used for good. So I'm very thankful for that. Because to me, as I think about it, it seemed like it was an attack. Somebody was sending an attack, but it didn't happen. It didn't transpire. Everything that was dumped out of that truck for me to intentionally find was for my good. And here I am today, still talking up on YouTube. And I guarantee you, had that not happened, I wouldn't be on YouTube today. That would have played, excuse me, a role in me to not being on YouTube. So I'm thankful for that. So Jeepers Creepers, my take that. Thank you, Yeshua HaMashiach, for keeping me safe in that. So that's a sidebar note. Moving forward, since we know that this is going to be a reboot now, it is safe to say that the Jurassic Parks are evolving into something else. So I need to look at the timeline of the generational timeline. Because in order for me to look at the generational timeline, it'll kind of help me set up what I'm trying to say in reference to where it really seems like these Jurassic Park series are going. They keep stopping at Gen Z, but Gen Z is already wrapped up into this Jurassic Park thing because Gen Z starts at 2001 through 2020. So the Jurassic Park videos, see, started in right at the cuffs of Gen Z because Jurassic Park 3 came out in 2001 to get Gen Zers introduced to the world of dinosaurs, right in the timeline of Gen Z's being born, 2001 to 2020. And then, so in the timeline of dinosaur movies being introduced to Gen Z, we've got Jurassic Park 3, we've got Jurassic World that came out in 2015, we've got Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom that came out in 2018, we've got, and I think that's it. Yeah, because the Generation Z timeline is between 2001 to 2020. So now they're getting ready to roll this Jurassic Park franchise into the next generation. And that's what I'm looking for. And I wish they would quit stopping at Gen Z because there's a new generation beyond Gen Z that is out here now. And I need to see more. We need to incorporate them in here because they're just as important. So I'm looking for that. I need a more up-to-date generational timeline. And so I can better express this whole Jurassic Park thing. Here we are. So thank you, Wikipedia. I will remind myself to copy and paste this in here for those of you who want to see an up-to-date generalization of the generations. Let me see if it's accurate to what I'm going with. Okay. This chart is different. I need a more accurate. This chart isn't good enough. I am determined to find a decent chart. You know, guys, this is important and it should be shared. Oh, Griffith trained dog food. Studying, y'all. Studying. Generational chart. Let me type this in. I need an accurate one. I know it's got to be Generation Alpha, but they need to have credit too because they should be here on this planet now. And why they're not being acknowledged is not cool. It's not cool at all. And these new charts with all this split generation Y and Z, that's trash. I need the traditional chart where it's boomers, Generation X, millennials, Gen Z, Alpha, and so on. This is one of the situations where I think I have to ask specifically what I'm looking for. And if you don't ask specifically what you're looking for, they're not going to let me have access to such great knowledge. That's okay. Forget you, Google. I'll just ask ChatGPT. So I've said enough for you to understand where I'm going at with this and for you to see where the Jurassic Park is going at with this. They're basically ushering in a new cast. At least I could say with Star Wars, they ushered in a new cast around the OGs who originally started it. They were very respectful. They added them all the way up into the movie until they actually passed away in real life. So perhaps they do not want to take the Star Wars way of blending the old with the new and the relevant times of movies as they do expand their fraction of movies. But it sure would have been nice if they did. So here's some more detailed explanation in reference to why Chris Pratt is not in Jurassic World 4. Jurassic World Rebirth is designed to be a fresh start for the franchise, moving beyond the storylines and characters of the previous films, including Jurassic World Dominion. So they're off of that too. Jurassic World Dominion, they're done with that. And Jurassic World Dominion came out in 2022. That's messed up. New cast of story. The film features a new cast and new story rather than continuing the narrative of Owen Grady, Chris Pratt, and Claire Dearing, Bryce Dallas Howard. Fan reaction. While some fans may be disappointed by the absence of Pratt and other returning actors, they are welcoming the new direction of the franchise, according to Screen Rant. Chris Pratt has previously left the door open for a potential return to the franchise, stating that moviegoers would just have to tune in to see, end quote, if he would make an appearance. Jurassic World Dominion as the finale. Some consider Jurassic World Dominion to be a sort of finale for the first 6 movies of the Jurassic Park franchise. Once again, Jurassic World Dominion. Some consider Jurassic World Dominion to be a sort of finale for the first 6 movies of the Jurassic Park franchise, bringing together characters from both trilogies and ending where the franchise was always destined, with the dinosaurs loose in the world. Okay. I get it. Yes, I understand it, and I'm here for it. I just wish they weren't so cutthroat about paying homage to the people who paved the way. There is an art to transition the baton from one generation to the next. Is all I'm saying. There's a respect in transferring the baton and the reins over. Now, relinquishing power is a beautiful thing, but there's people who don't see it that way. They're going to hold on to the dog end. And that's how I'm going to say that, i.e., America. But in reference to this Jurassic Park thing, I think they could have done a better job. Star Wars is my first example. My second example is the isn't it Jason? How I could say with Laurie Strode, be that as it may, the ending sucked completely in the alleged final installment of Jason. But how they had Laurie Strode, even though she is the main star, they had her in there, and they had incorporated all the other people from the past of the Jason movies into there so beautifully. They gave them their flowers in the installments. They did get passed away in those movies, but they introduced them so beautifully in that movie. And it transitioned the baton. It helped us say our goodbyes to these people because we won't see them in the franchise anymore. Albeit, what do you call it? Do guys still do not a mirage? Do people still do flashbacks in movies anymore? The art of movie making is in the toilet. So if only the only way we'll see those said characters from the Jason franchise, apart from Laurie Strode currently speaking, will be by way of a flashback. If these modern day people have the gall to do that and do the flashback right. So I'm saying that to say I just wish that the Jurassic Park everything did a better job of letting us say goodbye to the start of the way Jurassic Park was and where it's transitioning to be. That's it. So I had to mourn in private, cry on my husband's shoulder because this is sad. I'm sad. And I'm going to try my best not to have another breakdown like I did start actually crying when I was talking about the Endgames movies. So once again, I'll read this paragraph right here because it says a very pertinent point. Jurassic World Dominion as a finale. Some consider Jurassic World Dominion. Where is my cereal? Some consider Jurassic World Dominion to be a sort of a finale for the six movies of Jurassic Park franchise, bringing together characters from both trilogies and ending where the franchise was always destined, with dinosaurs loose in the world. So we're finally getting to that part. The revelations of Jurassic Park has come to fruition, and we will see that in the Rebirth movie, Jurassic Park Rebirth. We are entering the end times of Jurassic Park where the dinosaurs roam the earth. We are here, and I'm here for it. And now I'm scared to see what's going to play out because it's actually a reflection of our world today. Focus on new characters. The filmmakers likely wanted to move the franchise forward with new characters and a time jump, which led to the decision not to include Owen Grady in Jurassic World Rebirth. So much to say, so much to say, so much to say. And y'all, we're only on part 4. We're only on part 4. We're only on part 4. Oh my goodness. I cannot, but I can, and I can, and I will, and I will. Let me go through my, I need to make sure I have something set up correctly, guys. Just one moment, please. For my sake, if anything. Let me go through my settings. See, it's not on there, so. And recording date is today. Thank you for coming in to the morning mood. It is still morning and we are 2 hours in this glorious video. And I am breaking down to my way, to the best of my ability, all of these Jurassic Park movies. The time currently is 8:42 a.m. and it is a Saturday morning. Good morning to all of you people coming in to the live video. And I knew this video was going to take some time. I did not think it was going to take this much time. We're about to hit 2.5 hours. And I am only on, I'm about to start on Jurassic Park 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jurassic Park World Fallen Kingdom. In the description are some notes, so you can jump right in and follow me. For the replay gang, shouts out to my replay gang. You guys are really doing your thing, showing up after the live, because I know you guys have things to do, so you can't always catch a live. Heck, I'm on in the morning. It's a Saturday morning. You guys have things to do. But the numbers show that you're watching the replay gang after the fact. So in my disclaimer, I have come with me as I lethargically try to process this whole entire Jurassic Park. This whole entire Jurassic Park saga. I spelled that wrong. Let me fix it. Franchise Chronicles, or whatever the heck it is. So what I did was simply typed in the Google search engine specifically so it can yield the same results as me and follow along. So here's what I did to get the information I am sharing with you today. Well, this morning, what I did is simply type in Google search engine Jurassic Park. After that, I simply read all the information in front of me that suited my fancy. So now that we're all on the same page, because we are 2.5 hours into this, pretty much Jurassic Park group study. And I'm going to put that in here. So basically, welcome to the Jurassic Park group study. Welcome to the Jurassic Park group study. Oh, man. Let me see. Let me find the emoji with all the teeth that I like to use. All the teeth. The one who is like. So we're on Jurassic Park 5. Jurassic Park 5 is known as Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, which came out in 2018. And I'll have you know, since we did the timeline, this is still partaking into, I think, Generation Z's timeline. So Jurassic World is a part of Gen Z's timeline, and so is Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is a part of Gen Z's timeline. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, aka Jurassic Park number 5, came out in 2018. It is PG-13. It's action sci-fi, and it is the wonderful runtime of 2 hours 9 minutes. So far, out of all the Jurassic Park movies that we've covered, thusly 1 through 5, Jurassic Park 3 has been the shortest runtiming video so far, of an hour and some change. According to Rotten Tomatoes, they gave Jurassic Park, number 5, a 47%. And here is the brief synopsis of what they had to say about Jurassic Park 5. 3 years after the destruction of the Jurassic Park World theme park, Owen Grady and Claire Deering returned to the island of Nubular to save the remaining dinosaurs from a volcano that's about to erupt. Soon, they encounter terrifying new breed of gigantic dinosaurs while uncovering a conspiracy that threatens the entire planet. So that's what Jurassic Park 5 is about. The release date was June 22nd, 2018 in the US. Director J.A. Bayana. Budget. Oh my gosh, this budget just keeps getting higher and higher. This budget is getting higher, higher off the ground. Whoa. Now the budget is at 432 million US dollars. 432 million dollars for the budget for Jurassic Park 5, also known as Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Excuse me. Director J.A. Bayona. Box office, it made 1.31 billion dollars. $1.31 billion. This is the sequel to Jurassic World Dominion, distributed by, once again, the one and only Universal Pictures. So, Jurassic World, which came out in 2015, and now Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, which came out in 2018. Both are only being distributed by Universal. Prior to that, Jurassic Parks 1 through 3 had a couple to a multiple of distributors, but starting in 2015, Jurassic World and Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom only have one sole distributor, and that's Universal Pictures. Now, as I go to the people, also ask to see if there's some questions that stand out regarding the hype about this movie, or where were people at, or things that they didn't like that may have stirred up commotion in this video. Under the people, also ask, let me see if there's anything that sticks out. It's the same question, rendering why is Chris Pratt not in Jurassic World 4? We did a long dialogue about why he's not in there and came to the grave conclusion that they are ending that part of the Jurassic Park dynasty and ushering in completely a new cast, basically foregoing all of the predecessors from the Jurassic Park's past. However, the one thing they hold true in Jurassic Park's Rebirth is that they will hold forward to the mark that the dinosaurs will come, touch down, and meet us when dinosaurs rule the earth. So basically, in a nutshell, we are ushering and entering in the Jurassic Park's revelations where humans and dinosaurs collide. Here for it? Yes, I am. But it's sad to see the predecessors of Jurassic Park fade away simply like that. Under the guise of a soft launch. Eye roll. So that's about all of the things that fell under the people also asked. So that means there wasn't too much controversy in reference to Jurassic Park 5, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. It was a good movie. And before I read the generational timeline, it really seemed like they were switching to appease to the new generation that was on the scene, which is Generation Z at the time. Modern day technology, how they brought people from different walks of life to come see now a fully functioning Jurassic Park revamped or reprised in modern day time. At that time, it was a Jurassic Park theme park, fully functioning, and it really turned more into a business than the love of the craft of celebrating dinosaurs, celebrating life, cultivating the dinosaur habitat so they can walk freely and roam the earth in a confined space or island. It strictly turned business. And that's the time that they were in and we are currently in, where all the things that were cute and fun have turned so monetizable, and corporate that it seems like a steel casket, i.e. that's how the emphasis to me of this Jurassic Park, which is Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, vividly displayed the coldness, how the humans running the dinosaur utopia turned just as cold and reptilic in thinking as the dinosaur, so primitive. Money, 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 money. Hence is why they keep finding themselves in impending doom. When money turns to be the motive, shouts out Lil Wayne, and money is the motive. You're gonna have an impending doom. So thank you, Jurassic Park. Here is something down here, since there don't seem to be any melodramatic controversy regarding Jurassic Park 5. I will read down here where it says from a comment from 3 years ago. So technically it's not a spoiler alert anymore, but for those of you who have not seen Jurassic Park 5, also known as Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, which came out in 2008, This comment is from 3 years ago, and it says, spoiler alert, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, the 2018 film by director J.A. Bayona, is an entertaining blockbuster feature, elaborate visuals, and fast-paced action sequence, along with an expanding cast of dinosaurs, but an inconsistent plot. Forgettable character performances and darker visual aesthetics all combine to make this thoroughly a mediocre production that ranks near the bottom of the 5 films in the franchise. I like that read. It reminds me of our son and how he talked about how he's basically tired of Jurassic Park movies. I get it. I don't blame him. It's funny. And I thoroughly enjoy his honest opinions. It's so fun to hear his opinions about anything. So there is a breakdown. I wonder what where these these reviews collectively comprise from, because they seem really cool. It's got 15 people commented on the pacing of this. Excuse me, I need to adjust my camera again and see if I can turn down this lighting once more. The lighting is starting to hurt my eyes. I can imagine. I've been sitting in front of this ring light for over 2 hours. Whew. Turn the volume down. There we go. So for the pacing, 15 people commented about the pacing of Jurassic Park 5, which is Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. 14 people commented on the storyline, 13 on the acting, originality, 10 people commented on the visuals, 9 people commented on the excitement, 9 people commented on by it being funny, 8 people. So there were some funny parts in there. Yeah, I guess the little cat and mouse between them not getting together. Do you like me? No. Do you love me? No. Do you like me? Yes. Do you love me? Yes. That on an aspect of it. And then the corporate people, they were trash in a good way, because they show instances of them being aloof. So those things were funny within the movie. Suspense, 8 people commented on the suspense. The realisticness, 6 people commented on that. They have for story, which to me goes right in with the storyline, 6 additional people commented on. Emotional impact, 6 people commented on. The soundtrack, special effects, character development, and casting. I want to click on the comments in the category of emotional impact to see what happens. This comment was from 3 years ago from Casey McGarney, and it says, by way of the emotional impact for Jurassic Park 5 Fallen Kingdom, the granddaughter. What is she talking about? The granddaughter clone reveal. It was unnecessary and bad writing. The Indominus Raptor was a nice touch, but the destruction of the island and the death of the dinosaur scenes was nothing but heartbreaking. To be quite honest, the movie seemed to move from one depressing scene to the next. And while I love the return of Jeff Goldblum, that fact that he was in it for only 5 minutes was extremely irritating. With that, I give this movie a 1 out of 5 for poor plot, bad writing, and no context. Wow. And another one, let's see who we have. Rupska Shakar, 4 years ago, rated Jurassic Park Fallen Kingdom under the category of emotional impact, a 5 out of 4 stars. And it says, it is good, but it could have done better. Line emoji. But it has sadness and humor. So I won't give it a 5, but I'll give it a 4. Jurassic World was much better. R-I-P-R-N Con. Arfin Con. Ooh. And the last one gives it a 4 out of 5. And it's from Carson Tuber. And it says, it's a decent movie, but the part where the Brontosaurus dies is super sad. Oh, R.I.P. to the real one. Please hang tight. I need to check around the house to make sure everything is okay. So I'll be right back. I need to let you guys know. Let me let you guys know. Hold on. Hang on. All right, just a minute, guys. I'll be right back. Everything's good. Just hang on a minute, okay? Okay, I'm back. Now, if I was on StreamYard or something, I could have played a commercial, but I'm not on StreamYard. StreamYard is expensive, and I'd rather, at this point, use my money somewhere else. And the way I'm going with this YouTube thing right now, what I'm doing right now is doing just fine. So that's that on that. The oven, I gotta start getting things prepped regardless, because it's almost time for me to start preparing breakfast for the family. Thank you guys for waiting. Thank you guys for waiting for me. I am back. I'm almost finished with this video, and everything is okay. I'm back, obviously, and everything is okay. let me type that in here. Um, everything is okay. And thank you guys. There we go. So everything is all right. I'm back. Everything is okay. I might have to get up again because I had to turn the oven on so I can start preparing to cook and stuff. So let me fix the camera now. There. Because we are on Jurassic Park 5, and I just read a few reviews out of there about it. And technically, I only have one more Jurassic Park movie to go over. And that brings us to Jurassic Park 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Jurassic World Dominion. Jurassic World Dominion is basically Jurassic Park Part 6. And it's PG-13. It came out in 2022. And according to the chart we read, that is the cutoff for Gen Z. So that means if that's the case, if that's the cutoff for Gen Z, Jurassic Park World Dominion Part 6, World Dominion is for the to entice the alpha generation that's next. And basically, through the things that I've been reading and what we've been gathering, Jurassic Park Rebirth is for the alpha generation. So we have gone through officially 3 generations. The Jurassic Park franchise has crossed over into 3 generations. So that's 30 years, more or less, of timeline, global timeline. So that's pretty darn cool. It's creepy and it's sad too, because we are saying goodbye to the original franchise that first started it, but had it not been for Jurassic Park 1 and Steven Spielberg in innovative ways, we would not be talking about today this video, the Jurassic Park installment 7, the Rebirth, that's coming out I think July 2nd or 5th. So I am getting ready to read this here. Once again, we are reading Jurassic Park World Domination. Came out in year 2022. Action sci-fi film. PG-13. Runtime of a glorious 2 hours and 26 minutes. So we have discovered that out of all of the Jurassic Park films, up to Jurassic Park 1 through 6, the only movie that has not been the glorious traditional 2-hour runtime is Jurassic Park 3. Jurassic Park 3, as of now, is the shortest runtime, coming in at a 1 hour and 32 minute time. But to me, that movie still seemed long, and I already went into expressing why I thought that already. So let's see here. I am going to read now more about this. Rotten Tomatoes gives, wow, I wasn't expecting such a low rating. Jurassic Park 6 World Dominion got, guys, 29% on Rotten Tomatoes. So here's the setup. 4 years after the destruction of Eastern Nebula, dinosaurs now live and hunt alongside humans all over the world. This fragile balance will reshape the future and determine once and for all whether human beings are to remain the apex predators on the planet they now share with history's most fearsome creatures. The date release for this movie was June 10th, 2022. In the USA, director Colin Trevorrow, and I think he's done 3 of them now. That's more videos than Steven Spielberg, because we've already discussed that Steven Spielberg expressed that after Jurassic Park 1 and 2, it was a lot of work. And so he let some other people take over. Rightfully so, because we already got into how the complexities of keeping the dinosaur dry when they had water scenes made me tired. So once again, the director is calling Trevorrow. The budget is a little less this time. So this is the first time I've seen a decrease in the Jurassic Park budget. It's still a lot of money, but this is the first video that I've seen that had a decrease in budget. So their budget for this particular movie was $265 million. Now the last video, which peaked out at the most, to my knowledge, of trying to keep all these numbers in my head, their budget was $1.31 billion for the last video, which was number 6, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom 2018. So the budget went down, but it's still a lot of cash, especially compared to Jurassic Parks 1 and 2, where they had ranging from $63 to $68 million for a budget. And even back then, that's a ton of money. The stories by Derek Colony and Colin Trevorrow box office came in at $1.04 billion. Again, the sole distributor is Universal Pictures. So Universal Pictures have been solely running these films, right? Since Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and Jurassic World Dominion. So basically, now that I've went through all the world ones, Universal have been the only sole distributor for this film. I want to make sure I'm saying it correctly. And I believe that is a resounding yes. But once again, I have in the description so you can follow along with me how I'm getting my facts, so you can see for yourself and correct me where I am wrong. Now the next thing I want to do, and the people also asked, because the pattern shows that there's been like little controversies regarding all of the Jurassic Park movies that came out, and I've lightly covered them and dived into some of them a little deeper, because some of the questions that people were wondering years ago and even to present day, I too was wondering. Because remember, Jurassic Park came out when I was in elementary, and then the other installment came out when I was in middle school, and then Jurassic Park 3 came out when I was approaching and finishing up my senior year in high school. So I didn't really have access to the internet in those times. So now that I'm talking about the Jurassic Park, some of the questions that I had when I was way younger are actually transpiring today. So since the internet is way better now, since 1993, I was typing in the questions that I had in the past and getting my answers and making connections to why things happen or why they casted this person and so on. So I'm happy about that. I was able to get some answers and close some doors and open up new questions and new dialogue. If you were here at the first hour of this, there goes the oven. Hang on. By the time I get over there, it's going to be stop singing. Let me go get the oven. See? Why did I even bother? Hi, my name is LA, pronounced like LA like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy. Yes, you are watching the longest YouTube video ever. Oh man, I thought it stopped. I gotta go turn the oven off. Hang on. I don't know if y'all can hear me, but just one moment. Alright, I'm coming back. Where's my banana? I'm back. So I'm glad I had to go get the fix the oven. Or whatever. Fuss with the oven. The day is really getting started now. The birds are really waking up. We're rolling into 9:14. And I'm happy that I woke up when I did to get this done. As I was saying, at the first hour of this video, another video idea transpired off of the grounds of me talking about, I was about to say Dragon Ball Z, talking about talking about Jurassic Park Part 2. So I wrote it down and I want to discuss the plans with the particular video I want to put together. I want my husband / I need my husband to help me put it together and set up. I need his opinion on how to go about it, because it's going to be a good video and I won't be in my cow suit. It'll be more of a serious video. So now we are talking about Jurassic Park 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 6, Jurassic World Dominion 2022. And we read the synopsis about it, the budget, and that is Universal Pictures solely for the distributor. And now we're going to the people also asked portion, because usually down here is where I find like controversy and questions that many people may have had in reference to each of the Jurassic Park movies. And here we go. It's already starting. Why did no one like Jurassic Park? Why did no one like Jurassic World Dominion? Now, I didn't know that. I'm going to have to rewatch it again. How could they not? Overall, Jurassic World Dominion suffers from a weak story, forgettable villains, and messy narrative. But it's saved thanks to great visuals, fun action, good performances, and nice nostalgia from the scenes. This may be the most disappointing film in the series, but it's far from the worst. Do you guys agree with that? I liked it. Now, this is when they had a daughter, right? And she grew up, and they were like, "Why would you let me off with the property?" XYZ. Now I want to watch it again. Is Jurassic World Dominion a hit or a flop? Now, I think in all of the Jurassic Park movies, this question was asked, but this would be my first time, I think, actually reading whether it's a hit or a flop based on the conversation leading at the top of why no one liked Jurassic World Dominion. So now I want to see what it says. AI overview. Is Jurassic World Dominion a hit or a flop? Like its predecessors, the film was a financial success and grossed $1 billion worldwide, becoming the third highest gross film of 2022. A standalone sequel, Jurassic World Rebirth, is scheduled to release in 2025. So, by the court of public opinion, it was a flop, but financially standing, they did more than break even from budget. Because remember, let me see, let me get these numbers right. Well, I guess because their budget, because their budget was $265 million. We don't know if they went over budget or went under budget. Because if anything, they could just use the recycled dinosaurs from all the other stuff. So as far as building the set, to me, if they kept it from all these years, there's not too much to invest in but the actors. And by way of them saying that the actors weren't memorable, they didn't invest in high quality actors. So I'm quite sure they did more than break even. So there you go. Box office was $1.00 billion. So yeah, they did good. They did well financially. Here's another question. What went wrong with Jurassic World Dominion? Good mercy. Now this is the most out of the Jurassic videos out of all the Jurassic videos I went over today, this one has the most most negative questions. What went wrong with Jurassic World Dominion? I'm going to read it. AI Overview says Jurassic World Dominion 2022 had trouble production and received mixed reviews. Some say the movie had a weak story, forgettable villains, and messy narrative. Now that was said about the previous dinosaur movie, which is Jurassic Park 5, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. So what made this so much more worse than the part 6? Some say the movie had a weak story, forgettable villains, and messy narrative. Messy. Others say it was mediocre, an adventure that didn't reach its potential. Now, our son talked about, and I think he used the word mediocre in reference to the Jurassic Park one with the apex predator. He be sending me with his descriptions. He be so serious. I'm like, what'd you think about the movie? Whoa. One word he said one day, I started laughing. He said it was underwhelming. I started laughing so much. I was like, thank you for your comments and your honesty. He was like, it was underwhelming. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to celebrate. This is the longest video I've ever done. That is not pre-programmed or pre-recorded. I celebrate with my friends. We want to congratulate Elay for making the longest ever long streaming video today. We have hit the 3-hour mark and the cell phone did not blow up. Thank you. Honey, the times are changing for me in a new way. Yay! Celebrate. And it's her birthday month. I know, what a way to lead into my birthday month. March 1, 2, 3, 3-hour video. Why not? I'm so happy. Wow. 3 hours. Oh, they have production issues. I must read more. Do tell. Or what do they say in cartoons? The fancy snobs in cartoons like, pray tell. Let me fix my camera so I can look like I'm involved. So I'm reading my camera in front of me, the monitor in front of me. So it said this particular movie had production issues. Now this one has a rap sheet here. Sometimes it seems like when people just pop in and pop out, I be thinking it's the YouTube people trying to see if I'm really there. Yes, I'm really there. And please run this video through the algorithm. I've been out here 3 hours. The weirdnesses and complexities that functions or puppeteers YouTube. It's not my cross to carry. So Jurassic World Dominion's got the longest rap sheet of negativity. I'm going to read what it says because I'm here. Y'all, with this Jurassic Park 6, it had production issues by way of AI overview. That's what it's telling us. Production issues. Y'all ready? Y'all want to help me read? Filming was shut down during the pandemic. WTF pandemic. Filming was shut down during the pandemic. Filming restarted while the Netflix series Camp Cretaceous was becoming popular, and the critical reception, some say the movie had weak story,
It had a weak story, forgettable villains, and a messy narrative. Some say it was mediocre, like Tehan said, and 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 that it didn't reach its potential. I roll.
Wow. Can someone else come and help me read?
Audience reception for production issues. Some say the movie tried to tell a story that was far less interesting and more convoluted than expected. So, like the people who live at the Funko Dump and Pop Shit House, they're all convoluted.
I need you to stick to the script.
Convoluted. Some say the movie didn't follow up on how Lewis Dawson was doing.
Okay, thank you guys. You guys are so emotionally attached and involved into this. Let me read the positive reviews. Some say the movie had great visuals, fun action, good performances, and nice nostalgia from the series. I'm here for 3 tiers with the nostalgia. Then they have here, you can also watch this video to learn more about what went wrong with Jurassic World Dominion. I'm not going to go further in there. I wonder if I create a poll, it will erase it. So my next question to you guys is this. Are you going to watch the newest NEW Jurassic Park movie? So are you going to watch the newest installment of the Jurassic Park movie this year? And it seems that I am able to put multiple what do you call it? Multiple polls in here. I'm about to find out. See, now you live and you learn. So I just learned something today. I can add another poll in here. That's cool, and it don't seem like it'll go away. Now that I've ended the first poll, I can add another poll. That's cool. See, practice makes perfect. Let me see if I read everything. Text message. Let me reply to the text message. Hang on. Text message. Hang on. That's that on that. I do not want to push the wrong button. Message is saved and sent. Or, yeah, message is sent and saved. So on and so on. So they have production issues. This is my first time seeing any type of conundrum with the Jurassic Park video movies, unless this is my first time actually eyeballing it, since, you know, this seems to be out of the bunch of the videos that have come out, all 6 of them thusly, before the release of the one that's coming out in July, that had the most flack. So what I'll do is wrap this up by reading the Jurassic World Rebirth trailer one more time, and wrapping this up. I am going to type in, what is the newest Jurassic Park movie about, and see what happens. Let me type it in. So I typed it in, and the Jurassic Park summary is here. I typed in, what is the newest Jurassic Park movie all about? And right away, thank you, AI Overview. AI Overview came in with the description. The newest Jurassic Park movie, Jurassic World Rebirth, is set 5 years after Dominion and follows a team led by Scarlett Johansson as they venture to a remote island. Once the site of the original Jurassic Park research facility. So it says once the site of the original Jurassic Park facility to retrieve DNA from 3 massive prehistoric creatures for a medical breakthrough while facing mutated dinosaur experiments. Jurassic World Rebirth is an upcoming American science fiction action film directed by Gareth Edwards and written by David Cope. Finally, a new person is on the scene. A new person is on the scene directing this movie. That's good. Jurassic Park. Let me type in something. I want to be as accurate as possible. So it seems like, at least for all of the Jurassic World movies, oh no, that was a different director too. Director for, heck, Jurassic Park 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 was J.A. Bayona, and the director for, okay, Jurassic Park 1, 2. Oh, never mind. So yeah, I thought I thought Colin Trevorrow did a couple, at least 2 to 3 Jurassic Park movies, but nonetheless, it's going to be a totally different person directing this. And I only read a snippet from Wikipedia, but I will cite my source and put it in there. Once again, Jurassic World Rebirth is an upcoming American science fiction action film directed by Gareth Edwards and written by David Colpett. So this is going to be really good, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. It's going to be a start of a new generation, and they're catering to Generation Alpha, y'all, in real life. So the world is changing once again, even by reference of Jurassic Park. My goodness. I know I started the second survey kind of late, but it's nice to know that I can compile multiple surveys into one thing. Put my closing remarks in here. closing remarks. I had a great time making this video. I had no idea it was going to be 3 hours, but hey, here's the new achievements. Great time making this video and had no idea it was gonna go. I'm typing in my response. Wow. Here's the new achievements. And let me put a celebratory something down here. Hearts trophy. Three hours, 15 minutes. I had a swell time. It was like I had this was like a YouTube birthday present for myself. Thank you, YouTube, for now crashing out on me. I did all my technical difficulty stuff before the video started. For people who were here for the first hour, I tried like 5 different times to go live, and I ran into so many roadblocks. So I was like, I know this is definitely going to be a good video because I had peculiar sound and quality issues going on. But here we are. I made it through 3 hours later. I am so happy. I'm so thankful. I'm so grateful. I had a very good time making this on this Jurassic Park, basically study. And I want to fill the chat with these emojis because they're really neat. I'm glad that YouTube stepped up their emoji game. I'm really happy about that. And I want to put them in there. All right, my name is Elay, pronounced like LA like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy. Thank you for coming in. I had a blast. Bye-bye.